Did you know that in some movies, directors like to leave clues for the viewers that can reveal what's about to happen in the plot? These clues often go unnoticed by the viewer the first time round, but with the second viewing can sometimes be quite obvious, adding even more depth and continuity to the story. But for those who missed it the first time round, here are 10 movie clues that secretly reveal the plot. Spoilers ahead. 1. The Prestige. In order to perform his teletransportation trick, Robert Angier uses a device that actually makes a real-life copy of himself, which is actually more impressive than teletransportation. But anyway, his rival Alfred Borden performs the same trick but does it a different way using his twin brother. But you only find out about that at the end of the film. So where's the clue? Well, earlier on in the film, a magician is performing a disappearing bird trick, but one of the audience members, a little boy, isn't convinced and gives away the trick and also this clue to the plot by saying, "But where's his brother?" 2. The Usual Suspects. Criminal mastermind Kaiser Soze turned out unexpectedly to be the crippled guy. No one saw it coming until the end. But those who did notice this tiny detail got to see who he was before the big reveal. In the scene before Verbal leaves the police station, an officer is giving him back his belongings and says, "1 watch gold, 1 cigarette lighter gold." But hang on, wasn't Kaiser Soze seen with a gold cigarette lighter at the beginning? Yes, he was. 3. The Sixth Sense. Watching this movie again after knowing its twist really helps you see how apparent the clues were all throughout the movie. Like for example when he arrives late for an anniversary dinner and his wife seems to just ignore him. Also after the opening scene he doesn't seem to address any human being other than his patient. The clues may not have been that obvious but they were there, all over the place. 4. 21 Jump Street. When undercover officers Schmidt and Jenko go undercover to take down a dangerous high school drug ring and end up taking the drug, Jenko says that it tastes like barbecue Cool Ranch. But later on when Coach Walter stops them in the hallway, we get a glimpse at what he's snacking on, and it appears to be, yes, Cool Ranch Doritos, giving a hint towards Walter being the mastermind behind the whole operation, and also explaining where the flavour came from. 5. Fight Club. Before the lead character actually meets his alter ego, Tyler Durden, there are random frames of Tyler Durden showing up well before he officially appears in the movie, giving us a hint towards Tyler Durden being a fabrication in the lead character's mind. Another hint can also be seen when Tyler Durden phones the lead character on a payphone that doesn't accept incoming calls, suggesting again that Tyler Durden is just a figment of the lead character's imagination. 6. Shutter Island. Quite a while before Teddy Daniels is revealed to be one of the patients at the mental hospital, there's a scene where Teddy and Chuck are interviewing one of the patients who asks for a glass of water, and when she drinks it there appears to be no glass in her hand. But when the camera switches to an over-the-shoulder shot, we see the glass on the table. This is a major hint towards Teddy's fear of water, as the shot where she drinks the water is from Teddy's perspective, giving us a clue that Teddy's reality might not actually be that reliable. 7. The Big Lebowski. Fellow bowler Donnie can never be seen missing a strike. However, in the scene just before he has a heart attack, we see a clue that something just isn't quite right, as when he throws his final bowl, we see that there is 1 pin left standing, and Donnie appears to be shocked. 8. Back to the Future. When Marty McFly returns home at the end of the movie, we see the changes he made in the past have actually affected his future, but in a good way, like for example Biff not being a bully anymore. However, we don't need to wait till the final sequence to know that the future has changed, because when Marty rushes to the Twin Pines Mall parking lot to save Doc, it's actually revealed to have changed its name to Lone Pine Mall. This is because earlier on in the movie, when Marty arrives in 1955, he ends up running over one of Farmer Peabody's 2 prized pines, leaving only 1 standing, being one of the first clues that the timeline has been altered. 9. The Dark Knight Rises. Before Bruce Wayne discovers that his lover is Talia Al Ghul, daughter of the Batman Begins villain Ra's al Ghul, we see that he makes note of a triangular tattoo on her back that's not really explained, and is very similar to those covering Bane's head. This implies that there's a link between the 2 of them. 10. Reservoir Dogs. Right at the beginning of the movie, before the whole heist goes wrong and the team's left with finding out who the rat is, we see that Mr. Orange actually rats on Mr. Pink for not tipping. Also, after the heist, we see a scene where there's some bottles in the background. If you look closely, you'll notice that the white bottles are next to the pink bottle, suggesting that Mr. Orange isn't with the rest of the group. Did you spot any of those scenes while watching? Please let us know in the comments below.
For your daily celeb fix, subscribe.